Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for jumping on. And whenever you see this, wherever you're seeing it from, drop that city, drop that state. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from. This is the Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. Um, and today is $1 screen print transfer Thursday. Now, just so we know, guys, we haven't been coming on live a lot, and I wasn't scheduled to come on today. However, I wanted to come on because I wanted to address a couple of things about the differences between different types of transfers. Okay, so I don't have all the different transfers to show you in hand, but I wanted to talk about some of the differences of the transfers. So once again, as you jump on, drop that city, drop that state, like the video, share the video. Hopefully this information is going to resonate with somebody. And it doesn't matter, guys, if you've been doing it for a day or if you've been doing it for 10 years. Anybody can make a mistake. Anybody can mess up. So especially if you're transitioning from one type of transfer to another. Now, let's just be honest. Most people, when they get started making shirts or making apparel, they're doing it with heat transfer vinyl. And I want you guys to remember this. It may be you, it may be somebody else, but if you have started making shirts, the first thing you did, the first process you used was heat transfer vinyl, go ahead and drop a number 2 in the comments. Let me back this up. If it's your first time, type a number 1. If you first started making t-shirts with heat transfer vinyl, type a number 2 in the comments, okay? This is going to be important because I'm going to address a couple of things as the t-shirt industry and the processes have progressed, and people are doing different processes. So if you first started off doing t-shirts and you were using vinyl, and maybe you're still using vinyl, I know a lot of people are still using HTV, type a number 2 in the comments if that's how you first got started. I know when my wife got started, she was using the iron-on joints, right? That iron-on printable, whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but it's like an iron-on transfer. She was using that, and then she kind of progressed or graduated to HTV. She had to go get her a cutter, and she had to go ahead and get her design software, and she got her vinyl, and she fed that thing into that cutter, and it cut that design out. All right, that's another process. Now, as things progressed and we got access, the crafters and creators and designers got access to more options, because once you make it accessible, crafters, small business owners are going to want to do it. Once things became accessible, people started doing more things. Now, the screen print industry has been around for a very long time, but in the past, screen printing meant just what it was. You took a silk screen, you burned the design into the screen, you put that screen over your garment, you took some ink, the plastisol ink, and you squeezed it across the design, and now you got your shirt. The ink is embedded into your design, right? Well, everybody could not afford a screen print machine. So what happened was a company started creating screen print transfers. That's where you have the same plastisol ink, and it is transferred to some white paper. I'm not sure the grade of the paper or the type of paper, but it's transferred to some white paper. And then now that paper, that transfer is cured, it's baked and cured in the heat process. And now you can actually sell those transfers to customers. And now everybody can now start doing screen print transfers. Okay. Then you got another process. I remember that process, reading about that process coming out. I want to say, I don't know when direct to garment came out, because I'm not going to really talk about that, because that's not a transfer process that everybody can use. But the DTF process, process, direct to film, that came out, I want to say, like in 1996. But people have started becoming more involved with DTF because the machines are being made smaller. People are learning how to convert regular printers to DTF machines, and that's a film. Okay, that's a clear film, and you're going to use that DTF ink. That's going to be sprayed on that film. You're going to throw some white ink on the back of it as well when it's being sprayed. I'm just going through the process really quickly. You're going to have some powder. That powder and that white ink is going to form a cohesive bond, and that cohesive bond, when it's dried and cured, you now are going to be able to press that, and that white ink and the powder is going to be the thing that holds it onto your garment. Okay, so I just went through HTV, I went through DTF, I went to screen prints. Okay, then you also have things like rhinestone transfers. You have things like chenille patches, which are heat transfer patches. All those things have been made accessible to the public, I guess I could say, okay, in a smaller format, to where you don't have to order in large quantities, you don't have to order in bulk. DTG is not something that everybody's going to have. That's why I kind of stayed away from DTG. But I'm talking about things that people can actually have in their hands, that they can actually press and peel, right? That's what we're talking about, pressing and peeling. The vinyl, the HTV is done through a transfer sheet. You can press it and you can peel it. The screen print transfers is done on a piece of white paper. The plastic all is cured. You can press and you can peel it. The DTF is done on a clear film. You can press it and you can peel it, okay? I think everybody got the picture. So if you're just jumping on, this is the Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. We're located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. And what I want to do is I want to, in education, try to share with anybody who is still new to certain processes to understand that, hey, listen, just because you've been doing something for years, that doesn't mean that the process is the same. I believe vinyl, I believe HTV, if I'm not mistaken, pressing vinyl, peeling vinyl for garments, I believe it's like 305. That's the temperature. You're going to press it like at 305. It's going to be like a medium type pressure, and then you're going to peel it off. You're not going to peel it aggressively, though. You're going to peel it slowly because that vinyl can lift up. Y'all with me? Right? Well, every printing or every transfer process has its own instructions, its own rules to actually pressing it. There's no one size fits all. And I think a lot of crafters, a lot of t-shirt makers, when they're first getting started, they get caught up into a lot of that, knowing the different temperatures, the different times, and different pressures. And I didn't even mention sublimation, because sublimation is also done on a paper, sublimation paper, but it's actually printed on sublimation paper, and it's pressed onto a polyester shirt. The higher the polyester count, the better it looks. It's not a press and peel, because that ink is actually going right into that fabric, okay? So the reason why I'm here is for two reasons. One, it's $1 screen print transfer Thursday. And being that it's $1 screen print transfer Thursday, we have our $1 single color screen print transfers are on sale for $1, okay? We changed it up, though. It used to be you buy 20 and you can get them for $1. That's the minimum. Now you have to put a minimum of 25 in the shopping cart. What we're trying to do is we've increased the minimum so we can keep the price at $1. Kind of say that's your tax, okay? Got to buy at least 25 in order to get them for $1. If that's you and that's cool, then you can go to our site, scroll all the way down to where you see weekly and daily deals, and you're going to hit the $1 screen print transfer deal, okay? So, thank y'all for jumping on. We got some love coming from YouTube. We got some people coming out of, I guess you're on TikTok. I ain't seen no likes yet, but make sure y'all like the video, share the video, let somebody know that we're out here. We are a small business, but we're looking to grow, build, and assist crafters on their journey to making money, right? Let me see. Cynthia says, hey family, or hi family, I just found your channel. I ordered last week, and because of the weather, still waiting, can't wait to get started. Listen, I hope the weather clears up. We're getting some cold weather down here in South Carolina as well. I know they're not used to it, but hopefully that clears up and the delivery person gets them to you. Okay, where you located, Cynthia? What city and state are you in? And that's for everybody else too. Drop that city and state. All the best. Yusuf, thanks for jumping on. Been a long time though, Mike. Miss Fleming, thanks for jumping on. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing going. We are going to display. I'm going to display some of our transfers. We're going to display some of the single color transfers, and then we're going to display some of the full colors as well, just to show you guys what we got. Mike says, I stay away from TikTok. Too much craziness on there. It is kind of crazy over here, but you know, you got to sell what the customers are buying. So doing my thing, right? Moreno Valley, California. Okay. Well, hopefully it gets there expeditiously. I'm not sure what courier service you used and what process you used. If you happen to use the post office and you went with Ground Advantage, well, maybe that may take a little longer. The post office likes to promise that they're going to deliver in a certain amount of time. But let's be honest, no courier can make that promise, especially because of something like the weather. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started now. We're kind of unconventional because we used to show all of our t-shirts, just like you see me wearing a hoodie. We used to show all of our t-shirts with our transfers and say, hey, here's what we can do. Here's what yours can look like. But we don't do that anymore. And the reason why we don't do that anymore is because we find ourselves burning through a lot of t-shirts. So we connected with somebody and they said, hey, you know what? These work just as well. These are just like some felt type pieces of fabric. I think it's the stuff that you put behind the embroidery, right? Yeah, the embroidery. But this is what we have. So this is one of our Black History transfers. And these are available. Like I said, you can mix and you can match. All you got to do is put a minimum of 25 in the shopping cart. You got to make sure that you go to the collection that says $1 screen print Thursday. Okay, so you got to go on the site, scroll all the way down to weekly and daily deals to where you see $1 screen print Thursday. Now I know you're saying, well, if it's screen print, why you have it on white? Well, we don't have any other colors, and I can't put it on black. So, but yeah, so we're showcasing some Black History. Y'all know Black History Month's right around the corner. I don't know if you're making or selling these, if you're doing it for fun, or if you're doing it for profit. But we have these here and they're available, and it's a great way for you to actually make some money. Okay, great way for you to make some money. Man, Tamara, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. How you doing? Happy New Year to you. So these are some of the Black Histories that we have. They're available. Single color screen print transfers. Get them for just $1 with a minimum purchase of 25. It used to be 20, but now it's 25. I think I did that one already. I don't know. Some reason. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go a little deeper too into the different types of processes and why. And I'm going to why it's important to understand the different processes. And I'm also going to press a full color screen print transfer, and I'm going to press a single color screen print transfer onto a garment. I'm going to make my wife a shirt. I'm going to make my wife a shirt. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press one on here just so a full color so you guys can see. Okay. Press full color on here so you guys can see. But a lot of people don't understand that just because they've been doing shirts for a long time, that I do one type of shirt one way, everything's the same. So I know got a lot of y'all just jumping on. Do me a favor, if you haven't done so, drop that city, drop that state. And I want you to drop a number 1 if you're new. If you're brand new to the platform, drop a number 1 if you're new. So Sassy wants to know, do you teach classes how to make shirts? I'm going to be very, very honest and transparent with you. Nobody can literally teach you online how to make a shirt because it is a trial and error. Everything about this is going to be the temperature, the time, and the pressure. So I can give you a class and I can give you a FaceTime. We can do a one-on-one and all that good stuff, but I can't be there in person. If you had an in-person class, it will make more sense to you. So what I would recommend to you is this. You can go to our YouTube, okay? I want you to go to our YouTube. The name of our YouTube is The Blank Spot, the same as our TikTok. Go to our YouTube. Check out some videos where you see us pressing, doing some tutorials and some demos. Hopefully that'll give you a heads up, okay? Now these are 2 separate transfers, okay? These are 2 separate transfers. This is like our Love and Marriage collection. But anybody who tells you that they can show you how to make shirts online is kind of giving you, I think, a false sense of hope, okay? I think they're giving you like a false sense of hope because telling you that they can show you how to do it online, there's a lot of different things that goes on that's involved in pressing shirts. Each transfer has its own temperature. Each transfer has its own time. Each transfer has its own pressure. Okay. Also, guys, while y'all asking, you can actually go to our site. We do have a business membership. If you guys looking to start a business, we have a business membership. Go to our site, theblankspot.com. Go to our site and you're going to go to TBS Academy and you can see the business membership. Someone wants to know how much These screen print transfers, single colors, are $1 with the minimum purchase of $25. Okay. And that's only on Thursday. That's another reason why I came on here. We've been getting a lot of people. Asking, can they get the deal on Wednesday? Can they get the deal on Tuesday? It's $1 screen print transfer Thursday, not $1 screen print transfer every day. So if you miss it on Thursday, no worries. Our screen print transfers, single color screen print transfers, are 12% off every day. So what happens is, and let me get my little sign, since it really doesn't matter on TikTok because they've already restricted me. So if you go here to the website, scroll down to the bottom where it says weekly and daily deals, and you can get these for $1 with a minimum purchase of $25. Now you have to be in the right collection. You have to be shopping from the weekly and daily deals. It's going to be $1 screen print Thursday to get them for that dollar. I'm trying to read at the same time. Longview, how you doing? Say I'll teach you in person, pay for my flight. LOL. I got you. Let's see. I've been looking forward to learning this. Will you be restocking Malcolm X soon? I don't know. You got to ask D that. I don't know. I have to go over there and check and see how many we got left. We may have some left in the cut. But you know what? That's great, Tamara, because when we run out, that means that we're selling. So we'll check that before we get off the live. And D says she's going to add some right now. Okay? She's adding some right now. I like that. Let's see. Do you have the 100 day of school design? No, we do not. We don't sell. And just so you guys know, Mary, that's a great question. We don't sell things like that's trendy, because if we get these screen print transfers and we can't sell them because it's like a 1 day thing, then we're stuck with them. We have a lot of customers. Let's see. I want to rephrase this without making people mad. We have a lot of people who buy stuff from us, but we don't have as many customers as it may seem, as we may look like. Do you teach us how to make the signs that you're holding to put the so Sass? I think you missed the first part of my conversation. I think what you're looking for, we're not going to be able to help you with, okay? So unfortunately, that's going to be, we can't help you. Like I said, nobody can teach you how to make a t-shirt. They can teach you design online. Design is no problem, because they can actually share their computer screen. They can tell you to click here, click here, click here. But actually making the t-shirts, it's a physical action, okay? It's physical action. Lots of transfers, guys. Lots of transfers. Let me see. So a lot of people are going to want to learn how to make shirts, and a lot of people are going to want to learn how to start a business. Two different things. And it's different transfer types, y'all. When we make these, when we make these transfers accessible to everybody, then what happens is you have to actually learn how to press it. And the reason why, I'm going to say this, some people are not going to agree with me, but the reason why people are selling you or telling you that they can teach you how to make shirts or press shirts online is because they want your money. But let's just be honest. If you're not in front of somebody and they're saying, hey, this is how the pressure is supposed to feel, this is how, 1, 2, 3 by step, it's not going to work. Now, what happens is there's a liability. And a lot of people don't want that liability. They just want your money. But anyway. So, Tamara, she just added some to the website. Okay. You're talking about teaching design. We do have an ebook on Canva. We do have a Canva ebook. You can go to the website, which is, once again, theblankspot.com. Go to go to TBS Academy, and there is a Canva ebook that'll teach you design. Okay. Let me see. Zodiacs, we got those. All the Zodiacs, man. I'm not gonna go through all of them, but we got all the Zodiacs. Gonna go to the next group of stuff. Let me see what else. Then we have these faith-based designs, man, and I love these. I love these because these are always in season. The faith-based designs are always in season. You're welcome. The faith-based designs are always in season. If you are making t-shirts or garments to sell them, this is going to be a great opportunity. $1 screen print transfer Thursday. You drop 25 in your shopping cart. Let me back up. Go to the website, which is theblankspot.com. Scroll all the way down until you see weekly and daily deals. Nobody is double tapping on TikTok. And then what you're going to do is weekly and daily deals, and you're going to shop from the $1 screen print transfer Thursday. If you're not shopping from that collection, you will only get 12% off. Okay. This is one transfer. This is another transfer. These can go on any color. Okay. Any color, and it can go on any type of fabric. Most people use cotton with these. I will tell you though, with using what I've learned with using screen print transfers, the sturdier your garment, like the Gildans, the Hanes, the Pro Club type shirts, the sturdier your garment, the easier it's going to be to release. When you use lightweight shirts like Ideal, Next Level, those thinner shirts, or even the thin polyester, you'll have problems actually removing that transfer. Not that it's impossible, but you have to know what that fabric is going to do with that peel away as well. And that's the same thing with DTF. A lot of people don't know that. All right. A lot of people don't know that. So even though they will go there, that fabric does matter. This is our faith-based collection. Anybody in the faith base? Anybody? I don't have that much longer, man. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into, I'm going to slide these up here. And then I'm going to go ahead and jump into that full color. So y'all can see that full color. Because this is not full color yet. I'm getting there. You're in the faith base? Hey, Pandora, how you doing? I don't know why, but full color is 50% off. No coupon code needed. So we're going to show you some full color screen print transfers as well. They're going to look like they're DTF, but they're not. Want y'all to read that. That's pretty cool, right? Full color screen print transfers. We're going to be coming out with those here in a minute. They are 50% off. No coupon needed. So if you're looking for full color, meaning you can go and put that full color on a black shirt or a blue shirt or something like that. Y'all see that? That's pretty cool. All right. I love that Psalms 91. I'm going to be pressing out here in a minute. We got lots of other stuff out there. So let's look at the full color. I'm going to start off with the Black History. Full color. Check that out. Now that is a screen print transfer. And you're going to see this film in a minute. It's a screen print transfer. It's not DTF, guys. It's screen print. Now, you may not be somebody who celebrates Black History, but if you are selling garments, then you may want to purchase these. Now, these are 50% off, okay? No minimums, 50% off. So you can buy one of these and get 50% off. Once again, the single colors are $1 with a minimum purchase of $25. I forgot about this one. That's kind of like a half tone, right? We just dropped this one last week. That's kind of like half tone. That's considered same color. Got some more over here. Look at the colors, man. They're vibrant. These are 50% off. And if you go to the website, theblankspot.com, scroll down to the bottom for the single color screen print transfers, go to $1 screen print Thursday, and you're going to get them for $1 with a minimum purchase of $25. For the full color, doesn't matter. Just go down to full color. No coupon code necessary. This is what Tamara was asking about. She's asking about the Malcolm X. This one right here. These colors are vibrant, man. We got so many. This is counts as one, and this one is one. Check that collection out. Look at those colors. They're bright. And when I show you this full color one, you're gonna be like, man, that looks like it's DTF, but it's not. These can go on any fabric. Anybody got any questions while I'm showing our stuff? Any questions? So we don't have just Black history, guys. We don't have just Black history. We also have faith-based. Got a couple of faith-based full colors. Flawed but still worthy. Faith over fear. Those are full color screen print transfers. Pretty cool, huh? Nice and vibrant. We got Nana and Gigi. Lots of stuff to choose from, man. Mother's Day is around the corner as well. So we got Mama. I don't think y'all saw that one. Oh, we got some more Mother's Day. Did I do them all? I think I did. We got more Mother's Day in there. We got some nurses. Look at that butterfly. Look how vibrant that is. That's full color screen print. More butterflies. We got a little dog right here. Check this out. Ryan, what's going on? Happy New Year to you. So if you guys are just jumping on, this is the Blank Spot with Sublimation Blanks and T-shirt transfer supplier located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. Today is $1 screen print transfer Thursday. I wanted to come on here and share with you guys the factual differences between the transfer processes. We're going to talk about that a little bit more as I begin to press here in a minute. I don't have all of the processes in front of me, but I do want to tell you that every process is different. Let me know, guys. Did you start off making T-shirts using vinyl? Type a number 2 in the comments if you did, in fact, start off making T-shirts using HTV. Anybody? Type a number 2. Did you start off making T-shirts using HTV? I'm just about done, y'all. There's a lot of stuff. There's a 2. Okay. There's one person that's participating. So if you start off making T-shirts using HTV, you know that there's a different process. A whole different process, right? The pressure is different. The temperature is different. The time is different. So you can't just cake all that stuff up together. Look at these Mardi Gras transfers, full color. You can't just cake all that stuff up together. And I think that's what happens. A lot of people say, hey, you know what? I've been doing shirts for years. All I got to do is X, Y, and Z. And it doesn't always work out like that. It doesn't always work out like that. Got some Valentine's Day. Doesn't always work out like that. Let me see. You still using that depending on what the customers want? Bless your heart. Bless your heart. I am not going to use in the vinyl. All right. So let me go ahead and I'm going to get my garment. Like I said, I'm going to drop this on my white shirt. So this is a single color screen print transfer. Psalms 91. Okay. It says, God is my refuge. Now, there's a method behind the madness. What's going on, John Grand Rising? There's a method behind this madness. So do me a favor. Drop a number 3. And let's be honest. Drop a number 3 in the comments if you have never pressed a screen print transfer before. If you've never done it, just drop a number 3 in the comments. Anybody? Don't be shy. Hey, you ain't telling me, you ain't got it. You don't have to justify. Just bless your heart. So, I got a number 3 over here on Tickety Top. If you have never pressed, okay, Cynthia, I never pressed a screen print transfer before. Listen, and this is for Sassy. This is why nobody can show you over the screen how to make a T-shirt. Nobody can show you how to press a T-shirt because this calls for heavy pressure. It calls for the temperature to be at least 325, If you go up too high, it's going to melt the ink into the garment. Ask me how I know, because I tried different things. If you go too low, it's not going to transfer. And then this is a 7-second transfer. But we know by experience that people don't like to follow instructions, especially people who consider themselves to be OGs. And I've been doing this for a while. They say, hey, I've done all the processes. I don't need all that. I'm going to do my thing, right? So I pressed one from the kit you sent me and based it on my instructions. So was it fairly easy? Good evening. Thanks for jumping on. You're so glad you started live. So I have this at heavy pressure. This is a regular 15 by 15 inch heat press. Okay. Regular 15 by 15. Nothing special about it. It doesn't pull out. It's stationary. Now what I'm going to do is when I press it, I'm going to stand to the side so you guys can see. This is a 100% cotton garment. 100% cotton. Now, it has to be heavy pressure. So how do you know what heavy pressure is with the manual heat press? That's why it's hard for somebody to teach you how to make garments over the internet. Design is different. And I will stand by what I said. I don't care what crafting coach or what craft aider tells you differently. They cannot show you successfully how to make a garment over the screen. It's impossible. Once again, they don't know what your heat press is going through. You don't know if your heat press is actually heating up properly. It's a whole bunch of factors, okay? You may be getting hot on the sides, but you may not be getting hot in the middle. You never know. And we don't think about that when we say, hey, can somebody teach me a class? Or we don't think about that when somebody says, hey, I can teach you a class. What's happening is you want it and they're willing to give it to you. So you want to be careful what you ask for, because I found out in my short time on this earth is that people have been getting rich and wealthy off of people who just want stuff. They're going to figure out a way to give it to you, okay? Now, like anything else, you want to make sure that your garment is centered. But before I do that, I'm going to check the pressure, okay? So I'm not going to even do anything but check the pressure. I want to see how heavy this pressure is. I had to put my elbow into this. So I'm comfortable with the pressure, all right? I'm comfortable with the pressure. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up and make it as even as I can. I have my shirt turned upside down. That's how I like to press them. That is the way they put them on the screen print. I guess the screen print arms, right? But I've noticed that I burn myself less when I turn it upside down. Now, here's the deal. It's 325 degrees. I know it's a 7-second transfer, but our instructions recommend that you press it for 12 seconds. 5 more seconds is not going to hurt, okay? Avon, is that correct? Good evening. Thanks for jumping on. So I'm going to pre-press this for 3 to 5 seconds. And I'm doing this to get the moisture out. Now, this is your tutorial. Now, we made many tutorials like this on our YouTube channel. All you got to do is go to our YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified, and you'll know when we go live. We've done plenty of videos like this. That's why I hate pressing all the time, because you can just go to the YouTube. But if you're new and you've never shot with us before, you won't know that, okay? So I'm going to go grab another transfer real quick. Drop your questions if you got any. All right. So now that I've taken the moisture out of this, I'm going to place this. I'm going to orientate this transfer the right way. I'm going to go 3 to 4 fingers, excuse me, from the lower part of the neck, the little seam right here. Line this up. Make sure it's straight. Now, here's the thing. This is where a lot of people make a mistake, okay? This is where a lot of people make a mistake. As a matter of fact, I thought I had another T-shirt. You know what? I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this T-shirt first, because the one that's under here is for my wife. I'm going to use this one first, okay? And I'm going to make an example out of this t-shirt. I already pressed something on it. But I'm making an example out of this t-shirt. Same thing. I'm going to go ahead and put it under here. And I'm going to pre-press this. I'm going to pre-press this 3 to 5 seconds. I'm not worried about placement. This is just the t-shirt that we use for display, okay? This t-shirt we use for display. Now, the thing about this screen print transfer is that you have to peel this immediately. Y'all understand what I'm saying when I say immediately? You have to pre-press this. You have to pull this off immediately. You cannot set your camera up. You cannot be in the kitchen cooking red beans and rice. You can't be frying chicken. You can't be going back and forth from your craft area back to your the kitchen. You can't be preoccupied. This has to be peeled immediately. Somebody says, are all screen print transfers $1 today? No. All single colors are $1 today. And what you have to do is you have to go to our website, scroll down to the bottom, or you can see us scrolling across the top. That's not right. Hold on. I thought that was right. Give me 1 second. Change that banner. All day long, it's been like that. It is right. The word's not right, but don't worry about it. That's the link. Okay, so what I want you to do is scroll down to the bottom, go to $1 screen print transfer collection, and the single color screen print transfers are $1. The full colors are half off, okay? But if you're not shopping in the right collection, it's going to charge you full price. You're still going to get 12% off. Now, this has to be removed immediately. When do I remove this? Anybody? Is this a hot peel or a cold peel? This is the education that people ask for. I need some participation. Y'all help me out. I know it's probably a time delay. Is this hot peel or cold peel? Pandora says hot. John says instant peel. Absolutely. I like that even better. Instant peel. What happens if I don't? Thank you, Cynthia. What happens immediately, right? What happens if I don't peel this right away? It's not cold, Renata. It's hot. As soon as you open that press, right, John? It's going to stick. Absolutely. That's how I know. That's how I know when people tell me that I've been doing this for years, right? And they press this and they say, hey, I had a problem with your transfers. This is how I know that it don't matter how long you've been pressing. You can always mess up, right? You can always mess up because what happens is people will take what they know and mess up their whole business. Somebody's going to miss what I just said. Somebody's going to miss what I just said. Screen prints are not like DTFs. I'll say that again for the people who only done DTFs. Screen prints are not like DTFs. Well, you say, well, what do you mean, Eric? Well, DTFs can be either hot peel or cold peel. Davon, how are you? That's right. It's going to stick to the garment. DTFs can be either hot peel or cold peel, right? Everybody know that? If you didn't know that, now you know. Your DTF transfers can be either hot or cold. Now, if it's a hot peel, of course, you're going to peel it right away. If it's a cold peel, it could be, if it's a cold peel, excuse me, if it's a hot peel, you can peel it hot or you can wait for it to cool off. It's not going to mess anything up. If it's a cold peel, it has to be peeled cold because if it's hot, it's going to tear off. But screen prints are different. All screen prints, now I'm going to pre-press this so you guys know if you're just jumping on, all screen prints are hot peel. And that's an immediate peel, like John said, immediately. Right? It's an immediate peel. It's not, I'm doing my nails. It's not, I'm about to go outside and check the mail. It's none of that. It's a hot peel. Immediately. So when we say 325 seconds, excuse me, when we say 325 degrees for 12 seconds, that's what we mean. We don't mean 11. We don't mean 13, 14. We don't mean go down the street. We mean take it and peel it off. It's aggressive. It's an aggressive peel. We don't mean peek at it to see if it's coming off. That's what you guys been doing with DTF. So when somebody messes up and they say, hey, I've been doing this for years, I don't want to hear that. You're trying to justify now that you know about other t-shirt processes, but you're not understanding that because you didn't peel this right away, I don't know if you can see that paper starting to stick in there. Because you didn't peel that right away, that you may mess it up. Y'all hear that? Paper starts to stick. And I wish this stuck worse than this. We just got some good screen prints. Paper starts to stick. If I left that on there any longer, you see that blue that's on there, that fabric that's on there, it'll be all over the place, okay? Just so happens that it worked out, but you can still see. So now what I should do, and I think I should do and show you what happens when the screen prints are not done to the right temperature, the right time, or the right pressure. Because if it's not heavy, if it's not enough heavy pressure, and you try to peel it off, what you think is gonna happen? Anybody? If the pressure's not heavy enough, what do you think is gonna happen? Anybody? If the pressure's not heavy enough, what y'all think gonna happen? We got some good heat pressure. What y'all think is gonna happen if the pressure's not heavy enough? You just shopped out the wrong collection? Don't worry about it. We like full price. Call us, Tamara. It won't stick. It'll peel up. What happens if you don't pre-press it? Anybody know? What happens if you don't pre-press it? If you don't pre-press it, it cannot stick. If you don't get the moisture, it cannot stick. There's a lot of different things that can happen if you don't do the right thing. So a lot of people don't understand that. What happens if you do it and it's not enough time? Same thing, right? You check the order. Hey, Tamara, hold tight. We're going to send it back to you so you can do it again. She went to the wrong one. She said, oh, God. So a lot of people say they know. A lot of people say they know because it's more convenient to say I know than to say I don't know, right? Don't check out until you see the discount, though, Tam. She was in the wrong connection. I want y'all to see this. This is light pressure. Y'all see that? Unfortunately, we're not shipping to Africa right now. Unfortunately, we're not shipping to Africa right now. Y'all see the ink on here? Y'all see this? See, when somebody tells me that our transfers may be corrupt or damaged, and they show us a picture that looks like this is what we're getting. Y'all see that, right? Y'all saw this live. There's a method to the madness. And all you have to do is follow the instructions, guys. It's not really hard. But this is a result of not having enough pressure. That means everything did not transfer properly. Greg said that's what happened to him. Well, thankfully, Greg, you know, if you have a problem, you can give us a call. But thankfully, you didn't call us and say, hey, our batch was bad. Because you knew better. But guess what, though? Watch this. If it happens one time, and y'all are not sure, reach out to us and we can talk you through it. Okay? Reach out to us and we can talk you through it. Now, the next one, And the last one I'm going to do is going to be a full color, okay? The last one I'm going to do is going to be a full color. Because I want you guys to understand that we do have full color transfers that can go on color garments, okay? We have full color transfers that can go on color garments. I'm going to do the same thing on this. I got to pre-press it. But remember, my pressure was not good because I took the pressure off to do a demonstration. Let me tighten that pressure back up. Oh, yeah. Pre-press 3 to 5 seconds. Get that moisture out, right? Now, I want y'all to look at this. This is a full color screen print transfer. It's on clear film. How do I know it's screen print, not DTF? DTF has those little orange peel feeling on it, okay? Everybody just stop. Y'all just stop liking on TikTok, huh? Anyway, this does not. So if I hold this close, you can kind of see it's also matte. It's not shiny. DTF is going to have that shiny look. That's going to be the adhesive. Now, it's still adhesive back here, but this is a clear film, full color screen print transfer. And you're going to press it the same way. 325. And we ask you to do it for 12 seconds. Now, this is going to be considered, this is not actually a half tone, but it is clear, okay? It's not a half tone, but it is clear. So, let's go ahead and press this thing. 325, 12 seconds. Heavy pressure. Because the ink has to transfer from the paper. If it does not, what happens is the ink stays on the transfer paper. So it can happen. It can happen if it's not on there. It can happen if it's not pressed hot enough, if it's not enough pressure, or even if it's not pressed long enough. No ink. Everything is on the garment. Okay? You don't have to press this again. That's the one thing about DTF. But if you don't feel comfortable with it, take butcher paper or parchment paper and just simply press it again for about 7 seconds. But it's not necessary. Okay? It is not necessary. That's a full color screen print transfer. So let's do a quick recap. This is the blank spot. We are a sublimation blanks and t-shirt transfer supplier. We're located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. Today is $1 screen print transfer Thursday. That's the single colors. Go down to go on the website, go all the way down. Thank you, Coach. Go all the way down to where you see weekly and daily deals. You're going to shop from the $1 screen print transfer collection. You're going to put 25 single color screen print transfers in your shopping cart. It used to be 20. Now it's 25. Instead of us going up on price, we just ask you to get 5 more. Okay. And you're going to get them for $1 each. You can also access these full color screen print transfers for 50% off. Okay. All full color screen print transfers are 50% off. You don't need a code for any one of them. Okay. No minimum required. Now, there's different types of transfer processes. It's imperative that you understand the temperature, the time, the pressure, how cold you want to peel it, or how hot you want to peel it. Screen print is always going to be hot peel. You want to peel that thing immediately. If you walk away from it, or if you don't have enough pressure, or if you don't have it on there long enough, then it's not going to transfer properly. It doesn't matter if you do it 1 time with no pressure and not enough time. It don't matter if you do it 2 times with not enough pressure, not enough time. It don't matter if you do it 3 times. If you don't have enough pressure and enough temperature and enough time, what's going to happen is it's not going to transfer. So if you buy those from us and you have that problem the first time, it's going to behoove you, meaning it's going to be to your advantage that you contact us immediately. Sometimes, as we communicate, text messages we don't do, messenger we don't do. We'll do email, and if we have to escalate it to a phone call, just so we can make sure we get our point across and everything is clear, it's going to be helpful. Okay? You good, Tamara? You good? Sometimes you got to get on the phone so we can have that communication and that understanding. If that's not your thing and you don't want to do that, we're going to try to communicate you as good or as best we can. Today, we had a customer that had some issues. That customer didn't want to get on the phone. Don't know why. Maybe they were busy. We tried to communicate best we could. So we resorted to making a video. I came in and I took a picture. I took a live video of the camera. Excuse me, of the took a live video of the clock. I came back over here. I set my camera up. I set my transfer up. I went through the steps and I pressed it and I peeled it and we emailed it to them saying nothing wrong with our transfers. That's it. That's all. All right. If it's your fault because you're not educated, please own up to it. If you need some help, please allow us to help you. If you're good, be good. And it's cool. But remember, screen print transfers ain't like vinyl. Screen print transfers ain't like DTF. They ain't like sublimation. They're not like glitter HTV. They're not like rhinestones. They're not like anything. They got their own thing. It's always going to be hot peel. It's never going to be cold peel. You got to always have heavy pressure and you got to always peel it immediately. So make sure you guys go to the website. Once again, theblanksspot.com. Scroll down to the bottom to where it says weekly and daily deals. Go to the $1 screen print transfer collection. Drop you 25 of them things in your shopping cart and you can go crazy. You can mix and you can match as long as you got 25. However, the full color screen print transfers, you don't need a code. You don't need to shop. You can shop from any collection, no special collection, and they're 50% off. Okay. So that's all I got. That's all. This video is going to be on our YouTube. So go make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, hit that bell to be notified. If you're not following us on our Facebook, make sure you follow us on our Facebook. Everything is The Blanks Spot. For those of you who are on TikTok and just won't leave TikTok, we're going to leave you because TikTok keeps restricting our videos and somebody's going to miss out on some great deals. So, like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. We'll see each and every one of you guys at the top because there's entirely too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.